Hi, welcome. Here's your Go Math lesson for today. We're on section 16.4. Today we're really focusing on estimating. We're estimating lengths to solve problems. Estimating means making an educated guess. It doesn't mean, yesterday you had problems that said, if you estimate how long the door is. And you guys were so tempted to go run over to the door and measure it. Estimating isn't really measuring. Estimating is making an estimated guess, making an educated guess. You're guessing. You have to trust yourself when you guess. So when you guess, like for example, if I guess or estimate how wide my desk is, I'm not going to say it's 100 feet because I know 100 feet is really, really big, maybe as tall as a house, small house, right? And I know my desk isn't that big. But I also know that 1 inch is super small, and I know my desk isn't 1 inch. So making an estimated guess is something that's reasonable. Like, oh, it's 2 feet, 3 feet, 4 feet. That's reasonable. Okay, that's possible. Yes, you can find a desk that big. But if you say something like half a foot, 6 inches, 3 inches, 90 feet, 80 feet, 70 feet, oh, come on, that's huge. What? Okay, so today we are really learning how to estimate lengths to solve a problem. All right, how can you use what you know about length to solve a measurement problem? Yesterday we learned that 1 foot is the same as what? 12 inches. Good job. 1 foot is the same as 12 inches. So we learned that this ruler, can I borrow yours for a second? Or can you give me mine? That we learned that the size of a ruler is 1 foot. So this ruler is 1 foot. If I look, it's also 12 inches. That's because 1 foot and 12 inches is the same. Okay, 1 foot is the same as 12 inches. All right, if I would say 1 inch, from the 0 to the 1, that's 1 inch. So this is about 1 inch. This is 1 inch. So if you say that your desk is about 1 inch, then that's definitely not right, right? If you say it's maybe 1 foot, maybe that's a small desk, but maybe 2 feet, that means 2 of these put together. Okay, that's reasonable. 3 feet, maybe you have a larger desk. It's reasonable. Understand? How can you use what you know about length to solve a measurement problem? Draw or write to solve the problem. Let's read the problem. Ellen has a blue ribbon that is 13 inches long. She gets a green ribbon that is 8 inches long. How many inches of ribbon does Ellen have now? If she has 13 inches and then she has 8 more inches, what do you guys think we're going to do? Add 13 plus 8. If I had 13 inches and then I got 8 more inches, how many inches do I have? 13, 14, 15. 21, very good. 13 plus 8 is 21. So Ellen has what? 21 inches of ribbon. If I want to say 21 inches of ribbon, I'm just going to make this a little more on the next level. If I say 21 inches is how many feet? If 1 foot is 12 and 2 foot is 24, then her ribbon is about how big? It's about 2 feet. It's about 2 feet. It's not 2 inches. Because 2 feet is the same as 12 plus 12, which is 24. But this is 21. Isn't 21 and 24 real close to each other? Yes, so if I'm estimating or saying about, then it's about 2 feet long. 21 inches. 2 feet is 24 inches, but this is close to that. All right, let's look at the next one. Carmen has a red ribbon that is 24 inches long. So hers is 24 inches long. She cuts 9 inches off the ribbon. How many inches long is Carmen's ribbon now? If she's cutting off, are we adding or subtracting? You're taking some away. You're subtracting. 9 equals how much? 24 take away 9 is 5. Let's try that again. Raise your hand. Leah? 15. Very good. The ribbon is 15 inches long. I can check my work by saying 15 plus 9. Is that 24? 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. It is. So it's 15 inches long. All right, let's keep going. Maria has these two flowers in her. If the orange flower is 6 inches tall, about how tall is the yellow flower? Which is the best estimate? About. That means you're not really, what's the estimate? That means you're not really going to measure them. You're going to estimate. Well, this is about 6, and this is double as big, right? Like if I put 2 of these together, I would get the same, about the same size as this, right? If this is 6 inches, and I have 6 inches here, how long or tall do you think the yellow flower is? If this is 6 inches and this is 6 inches, who can raise their hand and tell me how tall the yellow flower is? How tall is the yellow flower, JC? 1 foot, which is the same as 12 inches. Very good. It's about 12 inches tall, or 1 foot. Now here it doesn't give us the option 1 foot, but it does say 12, and I know 12 inches is the same as a foot. So I'm going to circle that. Very good. Good job. It's about 1 foot. Okay, now obviously if you measure this, that's a good point, Brenaya. If you measure this with your ruler, it's not going to be exactly. But this is, they're telling you in real life. So when things are in real life, they're bigger than they are when they're on the computer, right? Do you know that, right? Yeah. So for example, if I had a picture of my plant, I have a plant at home, a lily flower. If I take a picture of my plant, it's huge, it's like this big. But if I take a picture of it and put it on the screen, is it going to come out to be this big? No, the screen isn't this big. It's not going to show up to be this big. It's going to be smaller, right? Maybe not that small, but like smaller, right? Same thing for the flower that they just showed us. They're saying the actual size is 6 foot. All right, that's a good point. Let's move on. Ellie builds a 2 foot long red cube train. Let's circle 2 foot. He builds 2 blue cube trains. Use the picture of his cube trains to box estimate. Estimate the total length of the 3 trains. So he says that his red cube train is 2 feet long, right? If this is 2 feet, this red one, just the red one, is 2 feet long or 2 foot long, then the blue one is about how much? Just one of the blue. How much is one of the blue? If it's half, it's about a half. Very good. It's 1. It's 1. If this one, just one, we're just talking about this one, not this one, cover it up. Don't look at that right now. We're doing one at a time. One at a time, okay? If we're looking just at this one is half of the red one. And the red one is 2, and half of 2 is, what's half of 2? 1. Now, if this first blue one is 1 foot, then the second blue one is also 1 foot. So what do you think the total length of the 3 trains will be? What's 2 plus 1 plus 1? Everyone? 4. So how long do you think these trains would be? 4 feet. Very good. 4 feet long. Let's look at the next one. Dell has paper clips that are each about 1 inch long. So a paper clip is about 1 inch long. About how long is this pencil? So if this is 1 inch, this is 1 inch. We're going to estimate an inch. Maybe this much is another 1 inch. This much is another 1 inch. And this much is another 1 inch. Let's say that this is another 1, 1, and 1. Let's count. How many inches long is a pencil? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the pencil is about 5 inches long. Pretty easy, right? All right, circle the best choice. Margie needs 5 pieces of string. Circle that are each about a foot long. Which length of string will be closest to the amount she needs? Underline the question. Which length of string will be closest to the amount she needs? She needs 5 pieces of string that are about 1 foot long. If she needs 5 pieces of string that are 1 foot long, then how many feet does she need? 1 foot, 2 foot, 3 foot, 4 foot, 5 foot. 5 feet is how many inches? Well, if 1 foot is 12 inches, then how many times are we going to add 12? 5. 1, 2, 3. Do not shout out the answer. 4, 5. I want you guys to do the math, and when you know the answer, raise your hand. You're adding 12 5 times. Justin? 70. No, you're close. Amaria? No, it's not 54. Michael? 100. Definitely not 100. Amaria? Oh my gosh, guys, it's simple addition. No? Christian? No? Okay, so if we add this, it's 60, guys. I didn't ask you what's the answer. I asked you what's 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So okay, so anyway, 12, I asked what's 12 plus 12 plus 12 5 times. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 60 inches. Now it's telling you what's closest to 60. Is 25 closest to 60? No. 100? No. 70? Yes. Yes, the answer is 70 inches. I think you guys understood me wrong. I think you guys thought I said what's the answer. I didn't say what's the answer. I said what's 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12. That's what I asked. All right. The reason we didn't just put 5 feet is because does it give you an option for 5 feet? No, it only gives you inches. That means they want you to convert it. They want you to put it from feet to inches. Okay? Let's look here. Does everybody understand that one? Louis makes a paper chain that is about the same distance as the ceiling to the floor. About how long is Louis' paper chain? About, box that. That's the same as estimate. From the ceiling to the floor. Does that mean you're going to get your ruler and a ladder and start measuring from the ceiling to the floor? No, that's ridiculous. It's asking you to estimate. So let's think about it. Is it maybe about 10 feet? Is it maybe 10 of these? Yeah, 10 of these put together is 10 feet. And from the ceiling to the floor is kind of a big space. So yeah, maybe. Let's look at my next option. 10 inches. This is 10 inches. From here to this 10-inch mark is 10 inches. Is the ceiling to the ground this big? No, we do not live in a mouse house. No. Okay. How about 2 feet? If I put 2 rulers together, is the ceiling to the floor this big? Definitely not. We're not living in a Barbie house. No, maybe in a doll house, yes, but not in a real house. So what do you guys think it is? It is about 10 feet long, and I've actually really measured it once. It was like 11 feet, or 10 and a half. It was 10. It was very close to that, so that's actually right. All right, let's move on and watch the video for number 5.
Okay, Jeannie, let's take a look at today's question.
Oh, can I do it?
Sure, if you want.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Today we're going to be measuring Kim's feet with trains. Wow, she must have really big feet.
Now, wait a second. Let me take a look. I think Jeannie got a little mixed up. Jeannie, we're going to be measuring Kim's toy trains in feet, and not the kind of feet that are at the end of your legs.
Oopsie-doopsie. Oh, right. The feet you use to measure things. The ones that are 12 inches long.
That's it. Should we take a look at the question?
Yes, please.
All right, here we go. So Kim has a toy train. Now, each train car is about 6 inches long.
Sure is.
Okay. Now, if Kim puts 10 train cars together, about how long will the train be in feet?
Ooh, I can't wait to find out.
Okay. Now, I love what you said earlier, which is that 1 foot is the same thing as 12 inches.
12 inches, that is correct.
So I'm going to use that great fact that you knew. So here's one of the trains, and we know that train is, in fact, 6 inches. So if I put 2 of them together, I have 6 plus 6 inches in length, and 6 plus 6 is actually 12 inches. And is that familiar to you, 12
Yes,
inches?
because it's 1 foot.
Exactly, and that's what I want to show you next. If I put 2 of them together, then I see I actually have a length of 1 foot.
Wow.
So now, she has 10. So I'm going to bring them on.
Chugga, 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 chugga.
That's it, exactly. And let's just make sure we have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now,
Got it.
each one has length 6 inches. So if I want to find out the entire length, I have to add 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 10 times.
Ooh, that's a lot.
It's a lot of 6s, but it's actually pretty easy to add up. If you add them all up, since they're all 6 and we have 10 of them, then we see the answer is going to be 60 inches.
Ooh.
So that's how many inches we have.
Yeah.
But we want to figure out how many feet that length is.
Oh, right.
But
right.
remember that every 2 trains, 6 plus 6 is 12, is a foot. So that's a foot, that's a foot, that's a foot, that's a foot, and that has a length of foot. So if I write those out, I see that, in fact, I could combine 2 at a time.
That helps a lot.
Thank you. And so this represents 1 foot, this represents a 2nd foot, this is 3 feet, this has a length of 4 feet, and the whole thing we see has a length of 5 feet, so the train will be about 5 feet long, and that's the answer.
Oh, cool. That was great, Professor.
Thank you, thank you.
Can I do the last part?
Sure, go ahead.
Everyone, have fun with math, and we'll see you next time. How's that?
Brilliant.
Okay, let's look at the problem. Kim has a toy train. Each train is about 6 inches long. If Kim puts 8 train cars together, about how long will the train be in feet? So there's 2 steps to this problem. The first one is we have to see how long the train will be in inches, and then we're going to convert that measurement to feet. So the first step is easy. Each car is 6 inches long, and she has 8 of them. So how many times am I going to add 6? 8 times. Or I could say 6 times 8. Or you can do add 6 8 times. Let's add 6 8 times, just because we don't really know our multiplication facts yet. 6 plus 6, we're going to do it 8 times, plus 6, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're going to add these. Now you're going to look at this and say, oh my God, that's going to be so hard. It's really not. You just put them together. So we know 6 plus 6 is 12. Exactly. That's 1 foot. And then we know that 6 plus 6 is another 12. That's 2 feet. And 6 plus 6 is another 12. That's 3 feet. And 6 plus 6 is another 12. That's 4 feet. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So how long will the train be in feet? So the train, can you guys see that blue color? Yeah, okay, good. The train will be about and we have to put about because if we don't then it's exact, and it's not exactly because it says about right here. The train will be about 4 feet long. And explain. So how do we know that? Because we know that 1 foot is the same as 12 inches. Very good. Or 12 inches is the same as 1 foot. And then we can say because 12 inches is the same as 1 foot. All right. And there are 4 12s here, so that means that's 4 feet. You don't have to write that, but I'm just explaining that to you. So do you guys understand that? Yeah. Okay, so don't be afraid to write it out like I did. That's the only way you're probably going to solve it. Let's look at the next one. Jasper thinks the length of his book is about 1 inch. Carl thinks the length of his book is about 1 foot. Who made the better estimate? Is an average book. Okay, so this is an average book. Let's say this is an average book. So he's saying that the length of this book is about 1 inch. Is that right? No. Or do you guys think it's about 1 foot? 1 foot. I think it's about 1 foot. 1 inch is this small. The length of this book is not this small. The length of the book starts here and ends here. So it's about what? 1 foot. So who made the better estimate? Clark made the better estimate. Clark made the better right there. Clark made the better estimate. And then it says explain why. Because what's bigger? Because 1 foot is bigger than 1 inch. Okay, now what you're going to do is I want you to complete page 566 to 568 on your own. Turn that into me when you are done. If you have any questions, let me know. Have fun learning math. I'll see you later. Bye.